Good evening. Our big story tonight, deadly school shootings and the push to protect our children. Tomorrow, Texas Governor Greg Abbott will host his first roundtable discussion on school safety. It'll include parents, teachers, students, and people on both sides of the gun control debate. This coming in the wake of Friday's deadly school shooting in Santa Fe, Texas.
Meanwhile, a new claim suggests that more students have been killed by gun violence on campus this year than U.S. military service members have been killed while serving in uniform.
Tonight we have team coverage on this story. Let's begin with Team 12's Joe Dana, who's verifying that surprising statistic. Joe?
It does put into perspective the fact that school shootings continue to surge at alarming levels. Everyone knows one is too many, but there's another important statistic that puts this claim into context.
School shooting, they have an active shooter, several people down.
It's a sobering reality in America.
Our hearts go out to the families.
In 2018, there have been 40 school campus shootings. The number of children killed in those shootings is 32. By comparison, there have been 28 deaths of service members in both combat and non-combat related incidents since the beginning of the year. So according to the best-known data as reported by media, the military, and nonprofits, the answer is yes. More children have died from school shootings this year than uniformed service members have died from doing their jobs. But that doesn't mean going to school is more dangerous. As the Washington Post points out in its story about the statistics, there are 50 million students in public elementary and high schools, and only about 1.3 million members of the armed forces. Given the ratio, this year a member of the military has been about 40 times as likely to be killed in uniform. Now, in 2017, the number of deaths among service members was far higher than the number of people killed in school shootings. Back to you.